Hello, Cyrus.
Hello, and hello to you people in TV land. Get ready for our first ghost story.
Yep. This is our retelling of the titular legend in the 1977 book, Coffin Hollow and Other Ghost Tales, by Ruth Ann Musick. The story takes place in an old cemetery in Monongah, West Virginia, and contains the graves of several soldiers who died during the Jones and Bowdoin raid during April and May of 1863. The raid was an attempt by the Confederacy to derail the growing statehood movement in the region that had been approved a month earlier and was awaiting congressional and presidential approval. While the Confederacy was successful in taking control of the B&O Railroad there, they did not stop President Lincoln from issuing the West Virginia Statehood Proclamation on April 20th, 1863. One of the Confederate soldiers had been wounded in the leg and taken prisoner. He was loaded onto a wagon and started on his way to a prison when a certain Union captain came in pursuit. The Yankee had seen his brother mowed down by this rebel, and as soon as he caught up with the wagon, he exacted his vendetta. The Confederate soldier was buried in the previously mentioned cemetery and was forgotten. Some years later, the former Yankee captain moved to Monongah and began courting a girl from Watson. To get to her home, he had to ride past the very cemetery where the Confederate soldier was buried. All the stories of ghosts and goblins that he had heard in the afternoon now came crowding upon his recollection. The night grew darker and darker. The stars seemed to sink deeper in the sky.
Wait a minute. That's an excerpt from the legend of Sleepy Hollow.
It seemed so fitting that I couldn't help myself. Anyway, darkness had closed in around him as he rode his horse past the cemetery, when he suddenly noted a loud rumble. Then came a blood-chilling scream that he recognized as a rebel yell.
Did he cry more?
Wow, seriously? Bark for brains. Where was I? A blood-chilling scream that he recognized as a rebel yell. Turning a look to the cemetery, he saw the ghost of a Confederate soldier seated atop his coffin, riding it fast over the hill toward him. The man let out a scream, wheeled his horse around, and fled for home. The ghost followed him only as far as the mouth of the hollow, then returned to his grave. This event was said to have repeated for months on end, with the specter's shriek echoing through the hollow, until the night that the former captain's lifeless body was found in the cemetery. From that time on, the terrifying rebel yell was never heard again, but the hollow where this took place would forever be called Coffin Hollow.
Coffin Hollow? I don't get it.
No, Coffin Hollow, as in casket.
I still don't get it.
Well, that's all that you would be getting today. Say au revoir, Cyrus.
Au revoir, Cyrus.